This is the configuration I worked up on R4 for NAT. So now we've got all of our routing protocols working. In the last section, we also implemented network address translation to get a little bit of hands-on practice with that. Now we're going to move into gateway redundancy, also known as first hop routing protocols or first hop router protocols, FHRPs. And one of those is the hot standby router protocol, HSRP, which is Cisco's proprietary way of doing this. So let's see how we can implement that in our topology. Okay, so now we're going to undo all that NAT stuff that we just did on R4. So if I go back, this is the configuration I worked up on R4 for NAT. Really, the only thing we have to do to undo it is just get rid of our interface commands. We can leave all the IPNAT inside, all the IPNAT pool, even the access lists, but if the interfaces don't have any NAT configuration, there isn't any NAT going on. So let's go ahead and just change this a little bit. But, to be on the safe side, I mean, it's not safe, but just to be clean, so we have a nice clean config, I'll go ahead and just strip all this stuff out. We can leave in that OSPF network. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so we should be back here without any NAT on this guy. Shut that down. Remove all PPP over Ethernet configuration from R2 and R4 and ensure both these devices can ping the IP addresses of switch 2. So we're reverting back to a regular Ethernet. Great. Let's get rid of that pesky virtual template. Okay, I'm still going to have to put my IP address back on that guy, but let's just make sure I've removed all of my PPPoE stuff. Looks good. Still got that IP local pool in there. That's not going to hurt anything. I can keep it in there. All right, so interface fast Ethernet 0/1, IP address 190.190.9.25. Okay, so now I should be able to ping switch 2 finally. There we go. And let's go over to router 2. Okay. Okay, so we've just accomplished step 1 and step 2. Configure R3. R3, okay, such that subnets K, L, and X are once again advertised into OSPF. Okay, I'm just going to pull up my OSPF config that I created and just copy and paste that back in there. Okay, let's verify those networks are being advertised. Show IP route OSPF. Great, right there, that is subnet X, otherwise known as loopback 2. So we're good with that. Add a new subnet, subnet Z, to your existing IPv4 subnet plan. This subnet must support 4 hosts. Okay, and actually I've already done that in most of the things I've been showing you up until now. There is, well, this says subnet X. It should really say subnet Z, but right here, this is the new subnet. So this is the next available one, 9.64. And to support 4 hosts, it's got to be a /29. Okay. Add a new VLAN, VLAN 6 to all 3 switches. This new VLAN will be mapped to subnet Z. Okay, so let's add VLAN 6 to our switches. So currently switch 3 is a VTP server. At least it should be. Yep. So VLAN 6. And let's go to our VTP transparent switch, which is switch 2. Yep. And let's go to our VTP client and make sure that he has learned of that VLAN. And he did, VLAN 6. All right, great. Assign the second and third host addresses from subnet Z to these interfaces. All right, so I'll go ahead and do that. So let's see here, let's go on to switch 2. Interface VLAN 6, IP address